Hey, Scrappy Peeps! Suzanna here today to share with you a new collaborative series that I'm working on. It's called Sketch It Up, Sketch It Down. This is this month's sketch that I created, and this is the layout that I created using that sketch. It's an adaptation of that. So the collaborative series is Iris Fox, or Whimsy Fox, and myself, and each month we are going to share a new sketch with you, and then we're going to show you different ways of interpreting that sketch, either in a traveler's notebook, a 12 by 12 layout, a 9 by 12 layout, an 8 by 8 layout. So different ways that you can take a sketch and modify it. And we would love for you to play along too. So if you just use the hashtag sketch it up, sketch it down, we will be sure to check that and be sure to leave some love. And we would love to see what it is and how these sketches and how our series inspires you to play along. So the sketch calls for 3 strips. A header, a footer, and then a main strip. And it's actually a square within the square, and the strips run horizontal. I changed up the sketch, and I do it on a 12 by 12 layout, and I change it up because I actually use all of those elements and they go straight to the border, and they actually create a rectangle instead of a square because I do flush them to the border. I also flip the sketch 90 degrees to the right so that the hearts that you see in the sketch, instead of going across the page, I'm going to use the XOXO, and they're going to go down the page through the photo, and I do stick with the single photo. Because of the way that I changed the alignment of this, the title is also going to go in approximately the same place as it's called for in the sketch. However, it will be on obviously the angle that coordinates with the photo there. So I am using the Fa La Love collection from Crate Paper that actually came in my Scraproom Studio kit, along with the embellishment add-ons and the pattern paper add-ons. And I love that this Valentine's collection it's not just pink and red, that there's that yellow and that blue in it, which gives it a very different color palette. And I love that I was able to use the love theme for a Valentine's Day inspired layout. However, doesn't scream Valentine's Day. So I have that yellow, the mustard yellow is the centerpiece there, and then the hearts, the sort of tumbling hearts, in a way mimics also the tumbling hearts in the sketch as well. So I'm going to lay that down, then the yellow piece, and then the blue piece, and then the background is complete, and I can actually continue to finish building the elements of the layout. This picture is of my daughter. My husband was going to Arizona, and this is what the journaling says. And she has cousins. His sister lives there, and so she was making some Valentines for him to take on his business trip to deliver to her cousins. And the story of that, the journaling, will go in that heart there that says Happy Valentine's Day. And then this is a digital cut file, the XO, which is actually an X heart. And I will link you to that in the Silhouette Studio store in the description box down below. And what I've done here is I'm using a manual die, and I'm running it through my Big Cake, and it's actually got little X's on the outside border, which I like the way that coordinates with the pink on the right hand side, and it kind of ties that left hand side of the layout into the right hand side of the layout. So I'm going to use some liquid adhesive to stick these XOs down, and I'm going to maintain the balance that's called for in the sketch so that the photo isn't actually in the center. And the same thing is going to be the case here, because I'm going to have the 3 of the XOs up the top and then just 1 down the bottom. I'm using some fun foam behind the photo to pop that and add some dimension. I am going to use some of the dimension stickers that come with the kit, and I like when you have more than just one piece kind of standing like a skyscraper up off the layout. So that banner there that says "You're My Fave," that is one of the ephemera pieces that come with the collection. I struggled long and hard with the placement of that. And I actually like it. I don't actually like it. The way that it hangs long with the same direction of the photo, but then I have that "You Are Sweet" that is going to go across the photo. I feel like I've got competing lines there, but I don't know how to resolve it, and it doesn't look terrible. It's not incredibly distracting, so I end up leaving it. But I will tell you off camera, I did move it around a fair amount. So that is one of the ephemera pieces that says "You Are So Sweet." And there are also, so when you get these, the Scraproom kits, you just get bits and pieces of the kit. You don't get all of the ephemera. And so these are the bits and pieces that came with my kit. Those stickers that are the sticker sheet there, that's the half sticker sheet, that is from the embellishment add-on. So that blue heart that I put there, I used to create a visual triangle with the blue. So you have that upside down blue heart that's going to go underneath the title that says "Be Mine." Then you have that blue heart that pulls your eye over from the title over to the journaling, and then you go over to that blue strip through the photo and then back up to the title. So that kind of creates that visual triangle and that movement that unites the whole layout together. I am putting some foam, Scotch foam, behind the title, which is going to be Mine. It again adds that added dimension that I like to my layouts. It also, because you've got all of those very busy hearts behind it, the black title and the black wording is critical in order to pop them off of that busyness. And then also by putting it on that foam, I'm also better able to pop it. I am going to use a thread ball, as I call them, behind that as well. And that just adds a little bit of a brighter color behind there that also distinguishes the different layers within the layout there. I have a foam heart, which is red, that I'm going to put on that yellow. And again, that takes a little bit of that busyness from the right-hand border over into that yellow and kind of creates a little bit more movement in the layout. That tag serves no purpose. It's just the top of the tag. And again, it's just for another layer to the layout. Not all embellishments serve a purpose necessarily. Some of them are more decorative than functional, such as that tag. So I'm going to put that down with my liquid adhesive, and you will see me fight with that heart for a little bit, and ultimately it ends up being moved down a little bit lower than where I end up leaving it. And that, my friends, is the sketch inspired layout for Sketch It Up, Sketch It Down. So be sure to head on over to Whimsy Fox's YouTube channel and check out what she has to share with you. Please do play along. Be sure to tag us on Instagram, or you can post it on you could post it on my Facebook page, which is Suzanna Scraps. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. I look forward to seeing what you create with this sketch. Take care.